On May 23rd, 1966, Marvin Gaye released his seventh studio album, and this time it was a plan to establish Marvin as an album-oriented artist as well as a hit maker, and he definitely had the hits on here. There were 6 singles released off this thing, and all 6 reached the top 40 on the R&B singles chart, and 4 of them reached the top 40 on the pop singles chart, which was extremely rare for an artist slash black artist to do back in the day. We're talking about the 60s, so you guys can take a wild guess as to what led to that being the thing. I know that I said that Marvin would be done trying to do the whole Nat King Cole thing, and he did work on an album that was in that lane, but he abandoned that idea and decided to go in this direction. And as I've said, every single time that he's done that, it's always the better choice. The album was titled Vulnerable, and it was released posthumously. I do have it, but I'm glad he followed the direction of Motown. This one, the 2 number 1 R&B singles that he scored, which was the first time in his career, both of those were written by Smokey Robinson. And we need to have a discussion about Smokey Robinson, not only as an artist but as a songwriter, because this man has written many, many hits. But yeah, the 2 records that he wrote were "I'll Be Doggone" and "Ain't That Peculiar," and yeah, those were bangers that everybody knows. And Marvin is well into his bag at this point. 2 records I want to mention before I get out of here: Nightlife, which was a Willie Nelson remake, and One for My Baby, One for the Road, which was also a remake of Frank Sinatra by Frank Sinatra. And just to be perfectly honest, I tend to prefer the Willie Nelson version of Nightlife over this one, and Frank Sinatra's version over Marvin Gaye's. I do like the way that Marvin Gaye sung it. It definitely had a little bit more soul to it, but I just love the approach and the execution, and the mood of what that record is all about that Frank Sinatra truly captured. And I went through a Frank Sinatra phase where I just went through all of his stuff too. So I'm very familiar with this song as well. But yeah, man, this thing is full of hits, and we will continue with the hits moving forward from here. Before I get out, I will say that Aretha Franklin redid Nightlife. And if you have not heard it, this is your homework. You need to go listen to that song. And I would also encourage you to listen to the Willie Nelson version of Nightlife and listen to Frank Sinatra's version of One for My Baby and One for the Road, just to compare and contrast the two. I think that both are really good records as well. But yeah, that's it. So we're going to leave it there and return next time with thoughts on his duet album, Take Two, with Kim Weston. So until next time, I'll see you guys then.